What's good, guys? Today we are starting from my favorite coffee shop here in West Palm Beach. We also got the full breakfast set up, so a little quick coffee. Coffee here is super good. And we have a sandwich. And then of course, we got the 570 right there. So it is roughly about 9:15. So what we're gonna do is just shoot down there to Delray. It's actually called Hagerty Garage Social. So it is the insurance company that insures all the classic cars and exotic cars and even does track day insurance. They have like these little locations set up all over, I guess, the state. And they have like small little social type of areas. So I'm gonna just drive down there. It's about a 30-minute drive, so perfect amount of driving from West Palm Beach. We'll get down there, check it out. From my understanding, it's almost like a clubhouse kind of situation. Serves as like a storage facility for people that can't fit their cars at home, and then also serves as like a social type of setting to meet up, I guess, watch like certain kind of motorsports on TV, or just get together and have like almost like a public garage but private membership type situation. But I'll get more information when I get down there. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and crush this food and then get down there and pick up from there. So see you guys. Tell you guys how much I really do love this car. We had like a little love-hate thing for a while where I owned it and didn't drive it, and now I can't imagine not owning it. So here we are. Obviously, quick startup. Boom. Every time. So yeah, we're gonna get the drive started. We're going to shoot right down there. It's an easy drive. It's just 95 straight down. I'm thinking maybe 25 minutes or so at best. It is currently 9:29 a.m. So I think we get there just before 10. And it starts at 9, so I think it should be perfect timing. And we'll really just see what it has to offer. I haven't done a vlog in a while just because I was having some battery issues with the car. So I'll go over that stuff while I'm driving, just in case any of you guys with McLarens are subscribed and, you know, maybe run into the same issue. So we'll go over that, and yeah, that's it for now. Let's get to it. Quick bridge rip, obviously. That never, ever, ever gets old with this car. This is a beautiful road. This is actually Okeechobee Boulevard, super nice. Tons of palm trees, adds a lot of depth to the shot. We're about to hop on 95 South and then probably take it pretty chill. I don't want to get into any trouble, so. It's probably a good idea to go over the McLaren battery issue that I was having. So for about the last 2-3 weeks, I noticed content was a little bit light, mostly because it's centered around my McLaren and it wasn't, you know, behaving properly. So the McLarens have a special battery in them. It's the main battery for the car. It's a lithium battery, and it also has a module inside of it called an IBS module. And basically that module plugs into the wiring harness and sends a CAN bus signal to the car, letting it know how charged the battery is. So it has a meter in the car, and when you get out of the car, it'll tell you, hey, you have 45 days left to be able to start this car again for the next time. So even though my battery was perfectly fine, healthy, and charged, the module inside the battery went bad. And that module was telling my car that it had 0% battery, that it was critically low. But I can get into the car, I can start the car, everything functions as it should. However, the alarm would go off non-stop. So I would literally drive 15 minutes with the alarm going off until it stopped. The car would be fine, it would charge to 100%, and then if I let the car sit overnight, the next day, it would say that the battery was low again. So the problem is that the McLaren battery is $4,000 to replace, which is crazy. And it's not about it being $4,000, because obviously expenses come with owning cars like this. It's the of it being a $4,000 battery. That's ridiculous. So this place called McMedics or Supercar Garage ATL, they actually make an emulator. It's $1,200. It plugs into the factory harness instead of plugging it into the battery, and it goes on the positive terminal, the negative terminal, and what it does is it emulates what that module that went bad would have done. So you're able to purchase that module, and then you can buy any battery you like. So I went ahead and got an anti-gravity lithium battery. So the car still has a lithium battery in it, but I'm running that module. That way, all in, it costed me $1,200 for the module and about $800 for the battery. So call it roughly about $2,000. And it's a badass battery. It's lightweight, lithium, extremely good. I'd venture to say that it's almost better than the factory battery. So I have that in the car now, and it's perfectly fine. The issues I was having was the car was just freaking out before because the car thought it had low voltage. So a couple of little quirks, like the alarm would go off, the windows would stay rolled down because it thought that the battery was low and you needed to access the car. Super finicky, like weird little nuances were wrong. But after that module went in and after the new battery went in, the car has been amazing, completely back to normal, 100%. It's better than it was. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. So if you guys have a McLaren and you have that battery issue, just make sure you head over to McMedics or Supercar Garage ATL and grab that emulator, and then you can go ahead and pick up any battery you want. I recommend keeping a lithium battery in the car just because they're significantly lighter than a lead battery. But if you want to go ahead and pick up a $200 lead battery from the local parts store, you can do that. Or you can go ahead and pick up a nice lithium battery that's better and lighter than the McLaren battery and just run the module, the emulator. Or you can spend $4,000 and buy a factory McLaren battery with the module built in. However, those modules are notorious for going bad over time. So I got pretty lucky. My car is a 2016, so it's been about 8 years, and it was perfectly fine, but the time finally came. So yeah, that's the lowdown. We are currently by, I would say, Lake Worth, Florida. So I'd say we're like halfway to the Hagerty event. So we'll see how it goes. It's Sunday morning, so really on these kind of drives, I like to just chill, enjoy the car for its practicality. So completely normal. We're cruising on the highway right now, 3,000 RPM. The weather is beautiful. Hopefully no rain today. It's been raining crazy with all the storm stuff that's been going on. But yeah, I'm just really happy to be in the car. I'm happy that it's running 100% again. It just reminds me of how much I love this car. So I'm gonna keep making content with it, obviously. I do have a Nissan Silvia on the way. So if you guys would like, I can definitely make some videos with that car and go over the importing process and stuff like that. But for now, we're still in 570 mode. So we're gonna finish up this drive and I'll see you guys at the event. We just got off the highway. Obviously, anytime you get off the highway, it is mandatory that you put the windows down. If you get off the highway and still have your windows up, you're weird. So I think we're like 5 minutes away. As you know, McLarens don't really ever have CarPlay in them, so it is a bit of a struggle, but we're almost there, about 5 minutes out, so I'll see you guys there. What is good, guys? We just pulled up, so pretty easy drive. There are a good amount of cars here so far. I wouldn't say a ton of cars, but definitely some nice quality, cool stuff. So NSX rolling in right now. I went ahead and parked right here, so pretty close to the front. Some random cars, and I parked with all the JDM guys because that is where my true love for cars originated from. So I'm just gonna walk around, kind of see what I find, pop inside. I know it's a pretty nice facility, so we will see where it takes us. I'll grab some B-roll, I'll talk about some cars, and yeah, we'll go from there. Inside looks pretty crazy already. Hagerty Garage and Social. Boom. Crazy nice showroom or storage type area. Some really nice cars. And this might be the thumbnail right here. Yeah, cool. So some crazy nice Ferraris. That's a 488, super nice spec. 812, super fast. I don't even know what that is there, but crazy nice setup. Some hanging out areas. Looks like some merch over here, some Hagerty type of merch. So pretty sick. Great lighting. See some more cars through there. Looks like that's members only, so I don't know if we can go over there, but yeah, no cameras allowed there, but pretty nice. I'll go grab some stuff of the outside real quick. This is a great location too. It's really pretty much right off 95, so easy to access. Looks like some cars are pulling up now. They're doing some grilling over there, so looks like some burgers and dogs. And this is just outside setup, so nice GT500 that's pulled up there, so that's pretty sweet. Nice spec STO. The matte purple looks great. Not having all of those decals on the side is what I like. Interior spec super clean, just the right amount of white there, and the car is just pretty mean overall, so sick. And obviously this car's in all of our childhood, so also pretty sweet to see one, even if it's a rev. Looks pretty good to me. Some old school cars here, so all these air-cooled Porsches are always very interesting to me, so would love to pick one up one day, especially since they're all nice, manual, clean. So hopefully as I mature, I start to kind of like cars like these a bit more. A good bit of JDM cars that showed up, so obviously NSXs are classic. They're right there with 34s and Supras and, you know, cars, RX-7s, cars of that nature, but these I think withstood the time test a bit better, just because for being a Japanese car, they are so supercar like, you know, none of the other cars that were in the 90s era were really like this, where they were super low center of gravity, mid-engine, cool kind of stuff. Even like the new, you know, version of it is good. Like these cars are awesome. They just are kind of outpaced where, you know, they're categorized at. So being V6 twin turbo, you don't really get the sound out of it. They do look incredible, but they don't have like that big of an aftermarket support, you know, type of situation. It's not like shops bought those cars and we're out there chasing records like they do with a lot of other cars. So it's kind of in a gray area where you can pretty much do downpipes, intake, you know, a tune, and even getting a tune done on it isn't like the easiest of things. So yeah, they are sweet cars, and especially right now for the money, probably one of the best cars that you can get in that category. Obviously the old NSXs are just incredible. So that's a NA1 car, so that started in 93 with the flip-ups. Then these are the NA2 cars. So main difference obviously is the front end not having pop-ups, slightly updated rear tail lights, and a couple small revisions, but overall very, very similar looking cars. The rear of these things, they look super good. So you see the tail lights being a little bit different. That's NA1 and that's NA2. So not too different, but definitely a couple little nuances that change on those cars. And then what you can do is you could always just put NA2 taillights on your NA1. So this has NA2 tails on it to update the rear a little bit. The yellow is super rare. Being on the white stocks are, you know, iconic. This car is automatic though, so that's the only drawback. But it's sweet. These cars in the States are starting probably around like 60 grand for like a decent manual example. And then in Japan, you can pretty much get a right-hand drive one that's in fair shape for right around the same price, maybe like 50K, 60K. A lot of people talk about converting them to manual, but it's like a $6,000-$7,000 manual conversion, which is tough to swallow for, you know, essentially a 25, 30-year-old drivetrain. So not too many people swap them. It's either you have an automatic one or you have a manual one. Obviously, a lot of people are doing some K-Series stuff with them too. This is one of those Backdraft Racing Cobras. So these are awesome. I would love to drive one and experience one. So from what I understand, they're the closest replica to an actual Shelby. So they run a super nice crate engine. So this has a Roush crate motor in it. Interior is sick. So these are definitely special. And I believe they start just north of 100,000. So for what you're getting, I don't think that's a bad price at all. I have a couple P cars here. So 997 on some HREs, looks pretty good. I think it's probably a Carrera. just because it doesn't have the scoops for being a turbo or a Turbo S, but looks good on some nice wheels. This is a 997 Carrera S, and this is a 991 Targa, so also nice looking car if you're into that kind of thing. I think it's one of the better looking cars that is able to act as a convertible, so having that back glass and just removing the Targa on top really makes it look a hell of a lot better. We have the iconic GT3 992, so this one is finished in a very nice color. It's a little darker than chalk, so it's not chalk, some other kind of color. Good spec, gray on red, can never go wrong. Looks fairly stock, I don't think anything's really done to it. Stock exhaust, good GT3, so awesome car to own for sure. I would love to have one of these. This one is a manual, so he passed the test. The RS3 is another one of those cars that I hope I get to experience one day. So this one is pretty much set up in the launch spec of the newer generation, so that green was super popular for all of the marketing Audi did. A bit strange if you ask me to run a green car on red brakes, but it's such an incredible car. I guess it can definitely be overlooked. These cars obviously make a ton of power. They have one of the best 5 cylinders ever made in them, downpipe tune, and you're pretty much able to run 9-second passes. So great car. I definitely see myself getting a Gen 1 as like a daily type of situation, just because it can make 500 and feel kind of like a baby GTR, I guess I would describe it as, where I can drive it to work every day and not worry about it, maybe track it. So super awesome, nice car. But for now, I'm gonna get some B-roll and then I'll catch up with you guys. We are actually back in the car, so I just left. It was a ton of fun. It was like a similar vibe to, I would say, like Cars and Coffee almost, just with way less cars, but high quality. Like you saw some stuff that you would never see even on the road, like very exclusive cars. So for right now, I'm just gonna head back toward West Palm area. I do have to go to work, so I'm gonna head over to the office, chill a little bit. So I don't know if I'll stop the vlog around this point and kind of just like, you know, show the content I was able to get from the event, or if I'm gonna do something later. I just gotta hit the gym, grocery shop, you know, do things like that and edit this video. So either we'll end it here or we'll catch up to you guys in the next thing. I'm gonna drive around a little bit more though, so we can get some clips driving home and stuff like that. So yeah. Well guys, we have made it to the office, so we're back. Car is good to go. Successful trip, no problems there. Got some of the boys that pulled up. They're all on my insurance sales team. Got the Hagerty over there in the office. So now typically this part of my day I just have to get my guys all motivated, throw out some lead money, some spiff money, and hopefully get some Sunday deals, as we call them. It pretty much just gives us a head start into the week. That way we can outpace most other sales teams. So we're gonna have a good Sunday, get some sales in, and then I will probably end up going for a drive later or heading back home. So I feel like this is not over yet, but let's just knock out some work first. What's good, guys? So back home after work, everything complete for the day as far as what I need to get done. Now I'm probably going to take this thing for a little rip. So this is my road bike that I do love dearly. So I'm gonna just take that for a quick stroll. So I'll probably put in a quick like 10-15 miles. It's super nice out. It's only about like 4:30 right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna hop on that, rip that around, probably get to the gym, cook, and kind of do like my little Sunday routine. I try to keep it productive and fun, and I also want to knock out everything that I can on the weekends. That way I don't go into Monday or Tuesday wishing that I did certain things on the weekend and didn't actually do them. So I'm just gonna knock out a quick road bike rip, come back, cook up, and then see what goes from there. So I'll either end it off there or I will film some more stuff, maybe some sim driving or something, but I will catch up to you guys. Wraps up Sunday. We knocked out some car stuff, we did some work, rode the bike, so got some fitness stuff in. I just got out the shower, and that's it. Sun's about to go down, so I got the POV set up. So I think I'm gonna just try to drive to this local gas station on Palm Beach Island. It's just nice drive. I won't be able to go fast or anything like that, but it'll just be like a nice chill sunset type of drive. So I'll shoot a POV on the way there, and then hopefully if there's like crazy traffic, I'll shoot a POV on the way back. But as far as this video goes, I think that's pretty much it. So you see sun's kind of starting to go down. Yep. So yeah, that wraps up this video. I'm happy to get some car stuff out the way, enjoy my car, and make a quick little video so I can continue to practice editing and things like that. So if you guys made it this far, I really appreciate you guys for watching. I get like random messages all the time that make my day about how people are happy to watch some of these things and get motivated and continue working and working on their business. A lot of young people. I was the same guy, just a couple short years ago. So keep pushing it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.